Vampires or werewolves? That is always the question. In the book that I read, Sealed with a Curse, the main character, she becomes involved with a master vampire and a master werewolf, or alpha werewolf, I guess is the appropriate term. And while she's becoming involved with these two amazingly hot guys, she's also trying to figure out why these vampires are suddenly um, filled with bloodlust. Because normally they aren't aggressive in this book, at least. In other books, vampires are very aggressive, but in this book, they're not that aggressive. So they're everybody's concerned about these vampires and what's happening to them. So she helps out the master vampire, trying to figure out who is behind this and who wants to see Misha, that's his name, the vampire's name, who wants to see Misha fall. So he, Misha he wants to be with her, and he's so funny. She's like, "Can I have your blood?" And he starts taking off his shirt and ripping it off. She's like, "No, no, no, no. I mean to study it, not to consume it." And he's just like, "You can have anything from me, my dear." She's just like, "Okay." Um, but I like Misha. I like him a lot. I wish she was with Misha because I think she describes him as as a as Adonis, which is like a really hot guy back in Greek mythology or something like that. And so he's really hot. He's got like bulging muscles, like he is so hot and everything. And he can be so sweet. I wish she were with him, but no, she's with Eric, spelled with an A, who is the werewolf, and they he's like really protective of her, and he likes to keep her safe, but she's like always rushing out into trouble, so she needs somebody who can back her up, not somebody who's like, you need to stay at home. And so I don't know, I just don't really like Eric. I feel like she'd be better off with Misha, um, because I mean either one can match her tigress, as she calls it. Any one of them is enough alpha and enough male to be her equal. So, either or, but as the story ends, she like is still with Eric, even more so than in the beginning. So I wonder if Misha will just disappear completely or if he'll try to keep um, getting her to be with him. I hope he's still in the books to come. I think there's two more books. So that'd be really interesting. But on another note, Celia, the main character, has four sisters. Well, including herself. She has Shayna, Emmy, and Taryn, and then herself. And Taryn, she cracks me up. She's always cussing and she's kind of just out there, like she'll just do whatever she wants to do. And she's so funny. She ends up being with one of Eric's wolves, Gemini, I think his name is. And she's just so funny. She can use fire. She's like pyrokinetic or something like that. And she is just an amazing character. And I'm glad she's one of the sisters. Then there's Emmy. She's the youngest. She can heal people and she also has telekinesis. And she's just so sweet. She never wants anybody to be harmed. She's the one that all of them protect. Like if all of them were in danger, they would want Emmy to be the one to survive if that was the case. So she's so sweet. And she's also with one of Eric's wolves. His name's Liam, and Liam's kind of like he's a kind of like a rocker dude. He can be so like easygoing and stuff, but if you mess with his girl, he will bite you in half. So he's so sweet, and he always has his hair up in spikes, and he likes to walk around naked. So, and then there's Shayna, and Shayna, she can turn anything into a sharp object. That's why she always keeps around toothpicks, so she can turn them into knives and stuff. She's pretty cool. She's kind of like a surfer dude. She always calls everybody dude. She's like, dude, we seriously need to get out of here. or she'll like refer to Misha. She'll be like, "Hey, dude, what's that?" or something like that. And so she's really cool. She kind of lightens the mood, and they all look up to Celia because she's the oldest. So it's really sweet, and they have such a great family. And I'm glad they all have wolves. I'm just wishing that Celia had Misha. So we'll see what happens in the next two books. I can't wait to read it. So I hope you all start to read this series too.